Okay, hope everybody enjoyed the weekend and getting ready to get back trading tomorrow when the market open. Today is April 13, 2014. There are some earning coming our way next week. So I'm going to start off with some of the earning watch stock, and then we go and cover some of the momentum stock that we've been talking about. The first one would be Yahoo, and Yahoo is scheduled to report earning on Tuesday. I believe after the market close. And right now, the option market is pricing it in to move somewhere around plus or minus $2.40. So that would put this, based on Friday's close, the upper range to be somewhere around, near that 35.25, 35.27 mark, and also down at the 30.50 level, or 30, somewhere around there. So those are the ranges. Right now the option market is currently pricing in for the earning move. And you can see that if it come up on the upper range, essentially coming up to this particular pivot here, this pivot that we could look at. And if it's come down to the lower range, and it's essentially is coming down near this particular level here, or this level, we see this little pivot. So certainly, it's within the range of some of these key support and resistance level here. And as you can see, last week it kind of broke into this the 50-day moving average. Essentially, it came down, try to come back and test this particular pivot low here, and unable to get anywhere above that. Then now it's coming to coming back down and sort of try to hold this particular level here. And you can see that it's try to hold that on Friday, and chances are it probably will hover around here maybe on Monday, and then on on Tuesday when the earning come out, then it probably will make its move, either get down here or try to move it up here. So it's certainly something to think about. I don't trade to earnings, so I won't be doing much here on Yahoo. And then on Wednesday, we got the big one, which is Google. And Google right now, the option market is pricing it in somewhere a little bit over plus or minus $38 move. So based on the Friday's close, and that would put the upper range somewhere around that 576 and the low range near the 500. So you could see that we were talking about that 580 level last week. This 580 level. So certainly it's within that range if Google came out with good earning and then push it up. So there's a possibility that it could come up and tag that 580. Then we also talk about, somewhere around down here, this level, these pivot level down here on the 500 area, if it decide to come down. And also you see that there is a, the 200-day moving average, which is also near this pivot on near that 512. But the thing is, it might overshoot or overshoot the downside if it become bad, and it might come down to this particular gap here. And I believe this is the no, that's not the last earning gap there. I think there was the previous earning gap, not the last one. And so you could see that it could come back down and test that level somewhere around that 490 area. So that's also one possibility. And basically, look at this area here on this 490. So we'll see how it turn out. And the earning is due on Wednesday after the market close. Then the other one, the Sandstorm, it's a semiconductor been holding up pretty well until recently. It's kind of stopped breaking down, and you can see looking at the SMH. But right now, you look at Sandstorm, because Micron also came out with earnings. It's kind of got a little pop and it got sold off. So you can see that Sandstorm might be also within that same same condition here. You can see that it's already being sold off, and if the earning come out not that good, or the forward looking statement or something, and could easily push it back down here near this 67.38, 67.40, somewhere around this 200-day moving average. And currently the market is pricing in somewhere around plus or minus $5 move. And based on Friday's close, that would be putting up on the upper range somewhere around the 78.65, and then on the lower range 68.65. So that's where we're all within this number here, that the 67 and change. And up here near this pivot, this particular pivot low here, somewhere around 78.50, or this, essentially Yeah, it's because it's this particular pivot line here. We're basically talking about maybe somewhere around here. Okay, so we could talking about anywhere between this area here on the downside is that's basically what's probably pricing in. So that's on the SanDisk. And what else do we have? Oh, Chipotle. Okay, we also have Chipotle reporting on Thursday. Friday, the market is closed for Good Friday. And Chipotle right now, the option market is pricing in somewhere around close to $47. Okay, and so the that would make that move based on Friday's close is somewhere around, this 582 level on the upper range and possibly 588 somewhere around on the lower range, which is also sitting near the 200-day moving average. And again, we have to look at everything in context, right? So it's somewhere near this pivot, and it could also come down and maybe tag this price gap here. And then on the upside, the upper range, if we move up, you can see that there's a little bit of a pivot, pivot high here, and that could also near that 580. So certainly right now it's basically getting into this price gap here, trying to, getting into this price gap and fill this price gap on the downside. So it could be that again, maybe it will hover around somewhere near this baseline here until getting ready for the earning. Then maybe it will take one way or the other on the downside, the upside, depending where the market conditions are, and also the the earning result. So again, those are some of the some number for you to contemplate if you are thinking about trading to earning. So certainly, under this market environment, it is much more trickier to even try to pick one direction or the other. Then let's go and take a look at the some of the momentum stock that we've been following. On Apple. Interesting thing on Apple. The chances are it looked like it want to come down and tag this 513 level here because it's tagging this 515, 517, 515 level here last Friday. But the other thing that to look at is also the weekly chart here. And then if we look at the weekly, we're still pretty much on this trend line and on this little, sort of a triangle or wedge here. So again, I think Apple, matter of fact, is reporting earning the following week, along with Netflix and Facebook. So the interesting thing is we'll probably see what Apple going to do is it's just going to be fluctuating around here, possibly maybe between this particular somewhere within this 500, 512 level to this 521 or 522 and change until maybe next week. It again, I'm kind of looking at this trading band as a near-term trading range, and depending on the earning, I think they are waiting, most likely waiting for earning as a catalyst to move this thing out of this trading band. Okay, either on the downside or on the upside. So we just have to watch, and uh, we're looking at Amazon. Guess we haven't talked about Amazon for a while. So Amazon is coming down and essentially filling out this price gap here. You can see that this price gap somewhere around here, okay, and right now also we've got a Fibonacci retracement here on this H pattern. You can see that's coming down to that 308 somewhere around the 141 extension, and the chances are it might come down and tag this at this 1618 somewhere around the 293 area, on this pivot here. Okay. So then the other one is Netflix. We're talking about Netflix. It's trying to, at one time we was talking about trying to get back up to that 352 last week, and right now it's kind of came back down and retest this price gap. Right now it's kind of moved below that. So now we're essentially talking about this particular level now. Right? That's one possibility, for it to come down, and then the 300, level here somewhere around this particular, these little pivot low here. Okay, so those are the two possible, support level, down at the 312. It could try to come back and try to tag this 352 again, but looks like it might be just kind of, continue to break down, from looking at the price action. It might come down and then maybe come up and tag this, to 200-day moving average again, essentially, testing this particular, support resistant baseline here. So, maybe do something like this. And then again, I think earning is not next week, but the following week for Netflix. I'm not quite certain on that yet. Haven't really looked it up. So on Facebook, we're talking about Facebook, trying to tag up here and it failed. So right now, I'm basically looking for it to come back down and test this 55 level on this particular, pivot here, this price gap. And if it can't hold that price level, and we are talking about, getting down to this pivot, and chances are we probably will, if it come down, we probably will tag this, $161.44 and change, but that might not happen until maybe after earning or something, because most likely it probably will be somewhere. It probably will trade somewhere around here in the next few days or so until it start, setting up for the earning for next week. Okay. Then you also have Tesla. Tesla again, came down and essentially filled this low price gap here. Now we're talking about maybe come down and tag this particular pivot low, this particular pivot low here. This is where somewhere around 193. Then it could also come down and tag this, price gap. Essentially, that 193 is also this particular pivot here. So I think the near term is we're going to see how it hold up on this 193. Maybe get down close to this 50% retracement on this particular Fibonacci retracement, which was somewhere around that 190. Essentially before it get down to this price gap, then maybe it could do something like this and then come up, and then come back down. That's one possibility with the 200-day moving average coming up, and essentially we are testing these particular pivot. Right. So that's one possibility. Then finally, Twitter, what could we say? Basically, it just cannot get any bid. And right now, essentially, it's going to be coming down and test this 39 and, the post-IPO low. So we'll see how this thing going to hold up. If the price action actually catch a bid, then maybe there will be some bounce. But certainly, you look at the technical damage that has been incurred. It's just remarkable. You can see, this 1 week down to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 consecutive down week, I believe. And that is just incredible. Right? Starting out near that $60 level and just came all the way down to below somewhere around this $40. So essentially lost a third of its value just in that 8 week. Okay, so not good for Twitter, but who knows? Maybe it will find some kind of support down here at this post-IPO low here, somewhere around the 39. So we just have to wait and see. So good luck to you on your trading next week.